Welcome to our exciting video series where we use data to delve into crucial global issues and propose potential solutions. In the current episode, we dive deep into global school enrollment rates, analyzing how students transition from primary to higher education, considering gender variations. To fuel our analysis, we harnessed two World Bank datasets, one detailing primary and secondary school years, and another showcasing disaggregated gross enrollment rates by gender. Hovering over any country or region unleashes bar charts with transition rates for the latest cohort, while line charts unveil historical trends, both categorized by gender. You can even use the Hardy slider to explore the values from the previous years. First, let's zoom out and take a peek at the global picture. Enrollment rates tend to plummet as we move from primary to tertiary levels. Look at 1973 male cohort. A whopping 101.34% started their primary school, but just 6 years later, roughly their primary school lifespan, only 52.34% transitioned to secondary school, reflecting 58.62% dropout rate. Even worse, after 6 years of secondary school, just 13.94% made it to tertiary education, representing an additional 38.4% dropout. The overall dropout rate from primary to tertiary was a staggering 87.41%. Thankfully, the 2010 male cohort shows significant improvement, with dropout rates hovering around 29, 36, and 65% for each respective transitions. But wait, there is more. The gender gap in these transitions have been steadily shrinking. By the early 1990s, female transition rates to tertiary level caught up with their male counterparts, gradually closing the gap. Next, let's embark on regional tour. Eastern and Southern Africa and Western and Central Africa. These regions boast rising primary and surging secondary transitions, but tertiary progress remains stagnant. Arab world. Here, we see an encouraging consistent upward trend across all three levels. Early demographic divided countries, East Asia and Europe. These regions are shining examples with impressive improvements. Highly indebted, poor countries. Unfortunately, we see a stark contrast with staggering dropout rates, 93% male and 86% female, compared to the rising trend in high-income countries, where female tertiary transitions even surpass those of males. I will now briefly hover over the other regions. As I do so, take note of the trends in the transition rates. Finally, let's personalize the data by looking at specific countries. Afghanistan. Both genders enjoyed boosted primary enrollment and significant secondary transition increases. While males have higher enrollment, their dropout rates also remain higher. Austria has made gigantic improvement in tertiary transition rates, more so for females. The same applies for Bulgaria. Chile. Major improvements, especially in tertiary enrollment, are worth celebrating here. Comoros and Congo. Unfortunately, minimal transition change especially for tertiary education, paints a less optimistic picture. Cyprus, Czechia, and Switzerland. These countries deserve applause for their substantial tertiary enrollment increases. The remaining countries await your exploration for the next 2.5 minutes. Keep those traits in mind, especially for your preferred nations. This journey revealed that while several countries have made remarkable strides in raising enrollment rates, particularly for females, significant barriers persist for many others. It is therefore crucial for policymakers to identify and address these artificial and natural roadblocks hindering educational advancement. Moreover, they must also closely monitor and rectify the imbalances created by both low and high enrollment rates. Join us next time as we dive into the fascinating world of global bilateral immigration and remittances. Until then, goodbye.